Hello beautiful people, Tim is here with another awesome episode because you guys know there are a couple of new heroes coming in the next season and some of these heroes are already on the beta servers. Now personally I don't have an account on the beta servers, but I have friends, therefore I need to give a massive shout out for Mr. The Snow from K7 for helping me producing this episode, because we're gonna have a look at one hero on which a lot of us are already super hyped, and we're gonna do that with 40 battery ports, and I'm gonna show you by how much percentage this hero will improve that certain setup. But let me add first this on the screen, because the developers said that the migration comes in December, and also at the same time all players finally from the beta servers will be able to transfer on the normal servers. Therefore it's absolutely logic to expect these heroes, aka the new season, already to come in December. So what setup are we actually talking about? And yeah, you guessed it, that's for the Warrior Cavalry, because we have Xiao Yun coming in and everybody is super hyped. So in this episode I'm going to present you the difference between this setup over here, which I'm using, though you have to take in consideration that all heroes will gonna be at 3 stars, which is actually a good thing, not at 5 stars like you see here, versus a setup like Zhao Yun, Lubu and Timur. And also if you are watching my videos on a regular basis, you already know I have made a video over there, the best Warrior Cavalry setup right now, which is Lubu, Timur and Attila. So let's first have a look at this hero's intro, which definitely looks super interesting, and that's exactly this one. It's a pretty awesome animation, and yeah, let's see it till the end. It's not that long. The guy kind of looks super awesome, not gonna lie. So this is Lubu's brother, by the way. Good. So before we are putting all this data on the screen, coming from 40 battles, and of course a very beautiful graphic to highlight even better the difference between these two setups with the introduction of this new hero. And before we're gonna do that, yeah, of course, beautiful people, don't forget to support what supports you back. And you can do that by either subscribing to this channel, obviously watch this video till the end, share this channel with your friends, or if you are doing purchases in Age of Empires Mobile, why not take advantage of this channel sponsor, which is Eneba, because it's always a great idea to get far more for your money, especially as it's adding up over time. And if you are using this code before you purchase, on top of this, you are supporting this channel. So now let's have a look at the numbers. So how exactly have I tested these two setups? I tested versus the Supply Depot boss, to be more precise versus the Pikeman March, which is a good idea. So on the left side, we are seeing Lubu at 3 stars, we are seeing Timur at 1 star, and we are seeing Attila at 3 stars. On the right side of the screen, we are seeing Xiao Yun together with his brother Lubu and together with Timur. And you are also able to actually see which skills I'm using. And since in other words this March comparison is Attila versus using Lubu's brother, that's why we are not using any legendary skill scrolls on both heroes, simply because of my friend of course doesn't have that many and we want to have a very relevant testing. So good, now let's put all these numbers up and analyze it. So let's first have a look at the old meta, if you want to call it this way. So Lubu with Timur and Attila. And here you have 20 battle results. These results are sorted from the worst performance possible you are finding here downstairs on spot number 20, which is 80,965 points, all the way up to rank number 1, which represents the case in which you're absolutely super lucky. And there we see a value of 169,359 points. And this is the entire result interval, but we're gonna highlight this even better with that beautiful graphic. And the number which matters the most for us is actually here, the average total damage output. In this case is 116,317 points. Now let's go on the other side. So for this setup with these two brothers together with Timur, again we have all the results sorted from the worst performance possible right here, which is 68,455 points, which is actually lower than on the other side, just in case when you are super unlucky. But when we have a look at the results in which you can be super lucky, it goes all the way up to 256,991 points, and that's absolutely crazy. And again, the number which matters the most for us is the average total damage right here. That's 147,301 point. And now, yeah, let's put this awesome graphic on the screen in order for you to understand even better by how much Lubu's brother is improving the warrior cavalry. So isn't this awesome? So please pay attention to this graphic. These are all 20 battle reports. Yeah, you see behind me. So with the color green, we are marking Lubu, Timur, and Attila. And with the color red, we are marking Shiao, Lubu, and Timur. So that line over there. And this is the entire result interval. So where's the difference? Now, if we are taking this interval here, which represents 20% of the entire results interval, these are the cases in which for both setups, you are absolutely super unlucky with hero activation skills. And in this case, there's not a big difference between these two setups. But when we have a look at the rest of the interval, and that's 80% of it, it's absolutely clear to be seen that Lubu's brother will definitely gonna improve the warrior cavalry in Age of Empires Mobile. But by how much? And you already see these interrupted lines. The green one, which is the average match performance of the old meta, and the red interrupted line, which is the average match performance of Lubu and his brother together with Timur. And basically this difference here, it's exactly 26.4%, which is definitely very noticeable. And again, please take into consideration, all heroes were at 3 stars. We had Timur at 1 star. And this is the best information I can give you right now, as I do not have an account on the beta servers. And honestly speaking, it's better than nothing to have an approximate number of 26.4% than having no number. So beautiful people, that was the episode on Lubu's brother and by how much he will impact the performance of the cavalry warrior. We're gonna have to see a bit later, but for the time being, I think we got a pretty good picture in number, and it definitely looks promising. And of course, as you can expect from this channel, I'm definitely gonna test this hero at 3 stars. We're definitely gonna have a look at this hero at 5 stars. Of course, we're gonna have all the skills, all the scrolls, absolutely everything. And I hope you enjoy it. And now it's your time to share your thoughts in the comments. Obviously, again, don't forget to support what supports you back. You should already know by now how to do that. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
血染征袍透甲红，当阳谁敢与争锋？古来冲阵扶危主。只有常山赵子龙。